Okay, great. So let's start talking about use cases. And again, like this is stuff that you know through and through. So guide us through the different ways that this type of data is helping farmers. So I guess we'll start with research plots.
Yeah, so if we're thinking about how the Mavic 3 Multispectral is improved over other platforms out there, with research plots, the accuracy is so important. So it gets back into a $700 module. If you're able to get that data, you have plots that are right next to each other, and those plots are already they've already been mapped out with sub-inch accuracy. So if you want that data to align every time you fly over it with near inch accuracy so that you're getting the same results and you can analyze the same plot, being able to implement RTK on board is going to be very important. And then by implementing multispectral and the accuracy there, if you have the location of the plot, you can then very easily get the average reflectivity score of that entire plot. And so if you have 1,000 plots out there, you fly over it with the Mavic 3 Multispectral with the RTK module on it, you can very quickly get a grading score for all of those plots nearly instantly. It's based off of plant reflectivity. So take that, you can also include some, if you've done some soil testing and some tissue analysis, you include that with some of your other research plots. But if you're looking for the best bang for the buck of just being able to cover a field day, week in, week out, and understand trend analysis, a $4,000 drone to get sub-inch data within a couple minutes over a plot, it's going to be really hard to beat.
Two quick questions. One, when you flied this data or you put it into the software, did you tell the software what plants you were flying, or does it know? And the second question is, who does research plots? Is it like universities? Do growers do it? Is it seed companies that do it? Where would this exist in the real world?
It can exist. So two different questions there. It can exist in a bunch of different aspects of the ag space. So a lot of farmers and a lot of growers, they may have their own plots. Seed dealers are going to have their own plots. They're typically just not micro plots, but you still want a score back from them, and those maps are going to need to be accurate. Now, what you're seeing here with micro plots, that is typically going to be a seed or a chemical company or a college institution that's running different tests.
Gotcha.
But plots can be all over the industry. But back to, it doesn't know what crop you're flying over, but you are getting a reflectivity value, and you can compare that, like you said, against itself at a later time or against other plants within the map. But that's where we're going to be getting into third-party companies with a little bit in a couple of different slides here that can do the actual analysis of differentiation between corn and soybean plants and things like that.